Now in the next case, the next challenge is to make all those menu list items aligned into a horizontal position. As been seen right over here, we need to place them, we need to display them in a horizontal manner. So this is what we need to target next. So if we look into this individual block over here, this is the div which is practically holding all those menu list elements inside. This is holding a class of collapse Navbar collapse, and it has a definite UL with an ID. So we could have targeted this UL ID right over here, but that won't work because we have specified the div ID somewhere else. It is the parent ID. ID is the fastest selector, so that is why we will be using this individual ID which has been provided right over here instead of using some kind of classes. So if we now copy this individual ID name, we have copied it from here. Let's head back to our text editor, and here we are putting the ID right over here, and we are mentioning the first order UL class that comes under this individual ID of Navbar nav dropdown. It should be having some kind of horizontal display property. So this is what we are going to make right over here. We are putting this UL class here, and we are mentioning that any kind of list elements which comes under this unordered list, and in turn this list element and the unordered list that comes under an ID of Navbar dropdown, it should be having a display property of inline block. So let's remove these things right over here, reload, and now we can see that everything is being right into its order. So all of those list items, those are practically now inline, those are practically having some horizontal display right over here. First of all, let's press Ctrl+Shift+M. This is the Navbar element. First of all, reverse. This is the thing so far which has been going on. Press Ctrl+Shift+M. Just select this Navbar element, color, text decoration, hover, padding bottom, margin right 1 rem, and you can see that on unchecking this individual box, it is practically leaving some kind of margin property right over here. This is the Navbar brand, and we may turn off this individual margin property, this margin right property. So if we now get back to our project, Navbar brand margin right, so it will be 0 rem, or you may place it 0. If we get back to our project, we can see that it is now unchecked. So everything is right into its order. The menu bar, it is placed in the exact middle of this individual page. Still, if we have some problem with it, header.php, and we may turn off this individual element right over here. Instead, we may make use of something else. For the time being, we are removing it. There it goes, reload, and we can see that it is now placed right into the exact middle of this individual web page. Now if we press Ctrl+Shift+M again, we can see that everything is right into its order, but there's no such Navbar brand element present, as we haven't put any kind of text into it. We'll be using something else right over here, but for the time being I am leaving it blank. So there it goes. Now on the other hand, we need to apply some kind of transformation properties into it in an order to achieve something like this one. This is the effect that we were talking about. So we need to apply the same effect right over here. In the first case, all we can do, get back to custom style sheet.css. We may put some kind of transition properties, the color, So the color will be 0.5s, and the transition timing function, it should be at ease. And all we need to do, we need to put all those hack codes right over here, like this one. In the next case, we are defining that the transform property in the initial case. So the transform property, it should be having a translate property. And how is it? 0 peaks and 0 peaks. Similar things should be provided over here. Instead, nothing will work across the cross-browser platform. So we need to put everything. What will be the case under hover condition? All we are going to do, we are going to copy each and every all these things. We are getting back to this hover condition, paste it right over here, and we are mentioning that across the x-axis it will be deviating 10 pixels. Similar thing for all of them. There it goes. Press Ctrl S, get back to your project and reload. And another thing, we didn't mention any kind of transform here. So this is the thing that we are missing right over here. It's a matter of problem that we are facing. So we need to make it animated under this condition 2. Press Ctrl S, get back to your project, reloading. And we can see that there's a bit of smooth animation which is taking place right over here.